الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، وصلى الله على محمد وعلى الطيبين الطاهرين ولعن أعداءهم أجمعين. نحن في ضيافة أولا السيد الشهداء أبا عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، وثانيا في ضيافة السيد الخطيب السيد مهدي المدرسي حفظه الله. نريد نسألكم سماحة السيد حول أهمية إقامة الشعائر الحسينية كأمثال المواكب، إخراج المواكب واللطم والتطبيق وضرب السلاسل، حول هذا الموضوع بس بإيجاز جدا، يعني ولو دقائق قليلة جدا، ومشكورين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الله العظيم في كتابه الكريم: ذلك ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب. Just this last year, we witnessed a wave of protests that swept over the Arab world, taking down several tyrants along with it. But all of these protests began with the acts of a simple street merchant by the name of Muhammad Bouazizi, who in an act of desperation set himself on fire. Now, to any sane individual, setting yourself on fire isn't a very rational thing to do. However, what that act allowed Muhammad Bouazizi to do was to give him exposure over the acts of oppression to which he was subjected. One of the most important elements of sha'a'ir, or the symbols or signs of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, is the fact that we are drawing attention to the world's single biggest act of oppression that humanity has ever seen, that of the killing, the cold-blooded murder of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. May God's peace and everlasting blessings be upon him. This is why Islam as our religion and scholars and jurists have permitted Muslims to express their grief. Islam has allowed us to pour out our emotions through these rituals. Would anyone blame us for lamenting that great loss and expressing our emotions in such ways so as to invite others to our cause, and so as to express those very solemn emotions of ours that are very, very pure at heart? God does not blame us in doing so. And within the juristic boundaries, scholars have allowed these practices, these rituals to take place. And in doing so, we glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ. The verse in the Quran says, he who glorifies the signs of God. Notice Allah doesn't say, ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يَرْفَعُ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُقِيمُ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ. He doesn't say those who carry out the signs of Allah, or those who keep the signs of Allah. He says, no, glorify them. Express them in the most public manner. Express them in the strongest possible manner, which is the basis on which many scholars use as a foundation in their permissibility, or their allowing of certain acts of ritual mourning to take place. فَإِنَّهَا مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. That is a sign of the piety that rests in the hearts. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to express our emotions towards Abu Abdullah, because no matter what you do, and in the words of many scholars, Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Taqi al-Modarresi is one, the other is Ayatollah Shaykh Ishaq al-Fayyaf, and many others have said this same statement. They have said that what has reached us from the tragedy of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein is nothing compared to what actually transpired on that most horrendous day in Yawm al-Hussein. أَقْرَحَ جُفُونَنَا. Imam al-Rida alayhi salam says, he says, it made our eyes bleed, which is also a similar statement to Imam al-Zaman, in which he says, لَأَبْكِيَنَّ عَلَيْكَ بَدَلَ الدُّمُوعِ دَمًا. I shall cry and cry until there are no more tears in my eyes, and blood, fresh blood would flow out of my eyes for you, for your sake, O grandfather, O Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
فكيف لا نلطم بالسيوف ليشرب السيف من النزيف.